So we're here in Firs and Bromford today, which is in East Birmingham, and we're based just across from the Open Door Community Foundation hub.
The National Trust we started working with, I think it was about last summer, on this Pocket Park project, from just really early discussions and talking about what we might do here and inviting people in, having some lovely workshops with lots of big pieces of paper and sort of collages and crayons and getting people's ideas together. And Intervention Architecture have come on and taken all those ideas and pulled them together into designs. And you can see it's now happening, which is brilliant.
Aims of this project is all about working really closely with local people, bringing the benefits of nature into urban areas with a focus of increasing the amount of green space and the quality of that green space, and create a sense of ownership of that green space, which has benefits both for people and for nature and the climate. The National Trust is working with Birmingham City Council to deliver the project using funding from the Shared Prosperity Fund, working closely with different community organisations based in the local areas who really understand the local need and have those connections.
Initially, we tailored workshops to make sure that we had as many voices and input from the community as possible. And then we came up with 3 or 4 main themes that ran through each site.
We were able to give our ideas, that brought people together.
I say I like a canopy, and because when it's rain we can sit down there.
Instead of the people deciding what our community wants, we decided.
We got to the final designs by bringing everything back together into the office. We do drawings and model making iterations to then develop the final design and the planting layout. The key themes were edibles as well as pops of colour, bringing into the stories, the history. So here it used to be sort of horse racing and also a broom bush. We wanted to provide something that they haven't already, which is this kind of communal seating area. In Ward End, we're creating a structure that they can also facilitate some of their arts and crafts outside.
Throughout that process is all about creating community connections and increasing community cohesion in the local area through the activities. Also increasing people's interest in nature and helping them see that green space is something that they can get involved in, and giving opportunities for skills learning throughout.
The funding's come in, but the decisions and the process of it has been very community involved. That just leads to so much more respect and belief in the project, but it's also drawn out a lot of people who've lived in the area and not really been involved in community work.
The Unity Hub is in Ward End, and it's a centre for the community to come and share and practice their skills and talents. If you'd been standing here about a year ago, you wouldn't be able to stand here. It's full of vehicles, broken glass, rubbish, fly tipping. Little by little, our vision has been accomplished to close the road to prevent all that from happening, and to use this space as an outdoor space for doing activities with the community.
It's first day I made friends. We've been planting different types of trees, and the person here who was specialist telling us about basics from planting to digging. Gardening actually is a great exercise. It reduces your stress and anxiety. That's why these local gardens are important. Plus they enhances the beauty of city, and we enjoyed a lot. I'll definitely come back.
People love that it's happening. They can see their ideas. If I chose to have that plant there, for example, or it was my idea to have the bench that shape.
The relationship with National Trust and the architects has been really, really good. I think the way that they did it, getting alongside and existing organisations where there's some trust in the community, I think is a really important part of the project.
We've developed these really beautiful relationships with all the communities because they see us sort of on a weekly basis, from storytelling to the design to then sort of planting in the space of a few months has been really rewarding. Builds a lot of trust to see it happening straight away. We've had sort of 6-year-olds just to like 80-year-olds who've helped us plant and sow seeds.
My husband's suffering a nasty illness. It's helped me get back out and do something different to caring. It's just given me a new lease of life.
I remember the joy of the children planting the wild flower seeds. That was a fun day.
My two granddaughters, they got really dirty, but they thoroughly enjoyed themselves.
There's been compost and wood chip and the first plant delivery, which as a gardener is just the best bit. We were lucky to partnership with a local college today, so we had some students as well as the local community helping us putting the compost on so the plants get a real good grounding when they're planted.
We made sure that we selected plants that were drought proof and that they're suitable for the area that they're in. We're mulching as well so that the water can be retained, just to reduce the amount of watering that has to go on with the plants. And having a maintenance strategy with the community so that they can look after it and not overwater or overwork the soil.
This will allow us to do so much more. It's a much bigger space, bigger range of plants for people to learn about how to grow and harvest and work from. It becomes a lot more sustainable space that people will just be using for years and years.
We've got a big summer event and I think we're looking forward to this space really enhancing what already happens here. There's some seating there so have people sat and hopefully been able to chill out. The nod to the heritage and the history as well and being able to tell stories of why is there a finishing post there, because this used to be a race course.
Working with such varied organisations and closely with local people in the community has been really, really inspiring and such a privilege to be working with people who have such a range of skills and really the passion and enthusiasm to make changes in their local area.
We have awarded £5,000 maintenance grant to the community groups to look after their pocket parks. This also allows Birmingham City Council National Trust to be at hand to advise. This also leads to more volunteers getting involved and developing skills, and also acts as a beacon to attract further investment into our green spaces.
Some people have never been on a bus before, they've never been to the city centre before, and to have something that is from a national organisation on their doorstep, and it's for everyone to use and it's free, and know that it's from the National Trust, then I think that's really important.
It's been a really good project to have an organisation like the National Trust in Bromford and Firs, where it wouldn't be normally classed as a place with a National Trust site, and hopefully something that they continue to do.
If someone wants to start a pocket park, I'd say just do it. You can make really big changes really quickly.
We've already had some lovely feedback from people just saying how wonderful it's looking now.
The park is ready for local people to enjoy and develop and look after for years to come, so it's sort of a beginning as well as an end.
It just provides a nice space where you can see something flourish, which is what I'd like to see. A brighter blooming Bromford.